Chapter 48. I must have fallen asleep or passed out. I opened my eyes. Pitch dark. Just the sound of the sticks in the distance. No voices, no snarls. Every bone in my body felt broken. I pushed the rock with my good hand. It didn't budge. It took both feet to move it. Kate was a lot stronger than she looked, and a lot tougher by the harsh words she used describing my alleged death. I crawled out and had to use the wall to get to my feet. I stood in the dark wondering what I should do. Drink water. Eat. I stumbled down the tunnel to the sticks, hoping Kate had stashed my backpack. I couldn't find it. All I had on me was my headlamp, recorder, pocket knife, and watch. I looked at the watch and thought it was broken. I couldn't have possibly been crammed in that hole for 10 hours. But the digital seconds were clicking by one. 10 hours of feverish oblivion. There wasn't a morsel of food, but I did find an old empty can. Pork and beans. I punched a hole in the side with my knife, lowered it into the torrent with hook and rope, and drank about a dozen cans of rusty water. After that, I felt a little better, but I still had major problems. My hand. Kate was right. It wasn't going to get better on its own. Food. It would take me at least 2 weeks to get back to the community. I'd starve before I got there. Light. My headlamp was working fine, but it wouldn't last. I couldn't make it back to the community without light. My thoughts were spinning. There had to be a shorter way. I must have been walking in circles before I found the opening. It couldn't possibly take the pod 2 weeks to get up top. The men and women Kate was talking to at the river would have killed me. Kate saved my life. Kate watched me tap. She's part of this, but I'm not sure what role she plays. If I go back now, I might never see her again. I'll never discover what I've been looking for. By the sound of it, Kate is way up in the pod hierarchy. Why did she risk her position, maybe her life, saving a complete stranger? I want answers. If I make it back to the community, I might never get them. Why are you still here? Why are you still talking into that tape recorder? Quit sneaking up on me. I thought you'd be long gone by now. If you've been listening instead of talking into that recorder, you would have heard me walking up. Did you hear what I was saying? Some of it. Did you throw my pack into the river? I had to make it look good. They snagged it downriver. They were disappointed you weren't attached to it. Everything I own was in that pack. Well, now everything you own is in the hands of the pod. You can replace it all when you return to the community. I'm not going back up to the community. It took me weeks to get here. I'll starve. Angie will lead you back. I don't know how you got down here, but it will take you 12 hours to get back to the community if you hurry. Maybe a bit longer in your condition. I'm staying. You're delirious. Didn't you overhear the conversation I had with the pod? You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. Not that part. The part where Laud couldn't care less about me pushing you into the sticks. I thought Laud was a myth. He's no myth. He seemed concerned about how you felt after pushing me into the river. He's protective of me. Why? Because I'm his granddaughter. How long have you been down here? I was born in the deep. How many of you are there? I don't know. Not all of us are in the deep. We have people